right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday Night Hoop Talk. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by OG Tony, Jay McLovin, and Big Glenn. How's it going, guys?
Doing fantastic, man.
Been a pretty nice day today. Got a lot of stuff done today. It's been not too bad, man. Not too bad at all. For you guys who don't know, I put it in the group chat. Delta Circle did a remix of "Beat It." Tony, I don't know if you got to hear it yet, but man, it's for a Southern Rock flair, it was pretty good.
Okay, cool. I thought before we get started with our basketball hoop talk, I know Glenn had a big weekend with NASCAR. Chris had a big weekend. He's a big Indiana high school wrestling fan. It was state championships was this weekend, Friday and Saturday. So I thought we'd talk to them real quick and let them tell us about the weekend. Big Glenn, how was your weekend in Georgia for NASCAR?
Atlanta was amazing. It's obviously called Echo Park Speedway now, but I will always call it Atlanta Speedway because I'm a traditionalist when it comes to that kind of shit. All three series raced pretty good, and the way they raced all weekend, man, is a perfect example of why Atlanta is one of the best tracks on the NASCAR circuit. Exciting racing all weekend long, exciting finishes. The weather was kind of wonky. It was 70 when I got down there, but I me and Tony would jack around in the comment section. I was bragging about it. Just fuck with everybody. Then Saturday it rained a little bit, but I knew the rain was coming, so I went and took a nap out there. Got my Chase Elliott wristband, and came back to watch the truck race and the Raleigh Auto Parts Series race. Both great finishes. And Sunday got to meet my guy Chase Elliott, have him sign one of my items I brought down with me, and the race was good. Chase Elliott left for 11 laps, and came back home yesterday and officially ready for this weekend Chicago WWE Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's going to be a big weekend also. Man, that was a great race. I watched the race on Sunday about, I think, the last 80 laps, me and my wife, and we really enjoyed it. It was a good race. She liked it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Atlanta is one of the best tracks besides Daytona and Talladega, honestly.
Yeah, it was a good race. I watched most of that race as well. Only thing I don't like, and I know it's racing, part of racing, but I don't like that. He basically won that race because his teammate pushed him.
Oh, that happens all the time.
I know, it just sucks though because just the way they lined up. If they'd been lined up the other way, they wouldn't have been able to do that. But his teammate pushed him to the win. Pushed him to the win.
Yep.
It was a good race. I didn't know if they were ever going to get the overtime in.
Hey, look, if we got the tush pushing football, we got the bumper pushing NASCAR.
Yeah, they got that right.
I watched.
You should be racing to win, not to try to help your teammate.
Well, that's true.
Drafting tracks is like that. You're going to have that a lot, especially with the way they reconfigured Atlanta. It used to be your regular 1.5 mile speedway, but they increased the bank and the action on the track is so much better.
I watched an old NASCAR movie from 1982, comedy. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. Six Pack.
All six pack.
Six Pack with Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, I remember old Kenny Rogers. Sure did.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you haven't seen it, it's a pretty good old movie. That's pretty good.
Hey, Chris, don't get mad because you don't got to shake your bake.
I thought he was getting ready to say the other one from about that same time.
What do you say? Never again. Never again. It's Magic Man.
We had what was the one with Burt Reynolds?
That was
Stroker Ace.
Stroker Ace. Yeah. You're right. That's why I thought you was going to say.
Stroker Ace. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too.
Tony,
I like Days of Thunder.
Yeah, I'm a Days of Thunder guy myself.
Real good high gear.
Real good is Grease Lightning with Richard Pryor, and that's based on a true story. So that's a real good NASCAR movie.
Is that based on
Grease Lightning? I know had Travolta in it.
What'd you say, Glenn?
Is that a Grease Light, or is that based on the Wendell Scott story?
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to watch that. I honestly did not know that he was in a movie called Grease Light. I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Jay, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I mean, I've seen Stoker's Ace. And I've all those, but I've not seen Grease Light. Honestly, I was being serious. The only Grease Lightning I ever knew was in with John Travolta.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah,
you say that's an
yeah.
actual real story. Now I got to go watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wendell
it's
Scott was the first black driver in NASCAR during the 50s
Yeah.
and 60s, back when, the civil rights era and shit. And
I guess we can find that on Tubi maybe since it's a little bit older.
you might be able to, honestly.
might.
But Wendell Scott won a race, and because of the outrage, they had to like pay him and give the trophy to the other guy.
Yep. Yeah. He was originally a moonshiner.
Mm-hmm.
He ran moonshine.
A
That's
lot
what
of
he originally did.
Yeah, a lot of early NASCAR drivers in the early 50s and 60s, all those guys ran moonshine. Julian Johnson ran moonshine, and pretty much everybody that started NASCAR back then.
Okay. Chris, let's talk about your weekend down in Indianapolis for the Indiana State Finals.
No, it was a good weekend, fun weekend of wrestling. This year actually was a little different for a change because there were so many guys from our county that were at state, and not only they were there but placed. And we had three guys from the county we live in, Delaware County, in the state final matches, wrestling for first place. And in Newcastle, which is 15-minute drive. It's technically Henry County, but it's the next county over. We had a kid. They had a kid in the finals. So really, from East Central Indiana area, we had 4 kids in the finals. So it's been a while that this area's had that many in the finals in 1 year. So that made it cool for Saturday night. But it was also cool. I mean, got to watch Jackson Bradley from Cowan, who I've known forever, known his whole family forever. Wrestled with his brother, his uncles. Got to watch him wrestle Friday night. He made it all the way to the finals. Looked like going in that match, I really thought he was going to win the championship. Lost a real close match. A couple times looked like he was going to get the takedown to win it. But to get to watch that, it was fun. Ate some good pizza. Friday night we had a place called Paisanos, I think is what it was called, Glenn, there in Indianapolis. It was we had it delivered. Yeah. It was good.
Oh yeah, I bet.
A bacon jalapeno thin crust pizza that was killer.
Oh shit, yeah. I know that didn't survive the night.
But yeah, we stayed at Airbnb. Was down there with my uncle, a couple cousins. My son went this year, so it was cool hanging out with him all weekend. Ate at O'Reilly's Irish pub right there downtown for lunch. But no, watched a lot of good wrestling. A lot of guys that were going to be wrestling in the Big Ten next year. Jackson Bradley's going to Purdue. There was another kid in the finals that was going to Purdue. There was a couple kids going to Cornell. One kid, he's a junior and already committed to Penn State. And he's only a junior and he already committed to Penn State. So yeah, we got to watch a lot of good wrestling. Got to see some upsets, but no, it's always a great weekend. Like I said, we've probably only missed a handful over the last 20 years.
Yep.
And a couple of those years was COVID, and like 2 years after COVID.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, it's always a good weekend. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad Big Glenn had a good time. Let's jump into our basketball hoop talk, guys. Let's talk a little college basketball. This past weekend, we had some really big matchups. Okay, go ahead.
I gave Callan their shout out. Callan had the two guys. He also had to get Goni placed. But then you also Delta to take 5 guys down there and all 5 of them to win on Friday night. And I placed top 8 in the state. And you have, 3 in the semifinals? Yeah, 3 were in the semifinals. 2 of them made the finals. And one of them got beat in the semifinals.
Yeah, Delta had a great showing. Yeah, I agree.
So for this area, it was a real great weekend of wrestling for Delaware County.
Yep. Yeah, most definitely. Let's talk a little basketball, guys. Had a big weekend. I had some big matchups. Had number 3 Duke at number 1 Michigan, and we had number 4 Arizona and number 2 Houston go at it. Let's talk about those two games first. Number 3, Duke outlasted Michigan 68-63, and also Arizona defeated Houston. Number 4, Arizona defeated Houston 73-66. I seen a little bit of both games. Duke played really well. They did a good job on Michigan's big guys. It's a game I think Michigan could have won, but I mean, Duke's. 25-2. Michigan's 25-2. Arizona's 25-2. I mean, there's a lot of good, and there's a bunch of teams with only 3, 4 losses, 5 losses. A lot of good college basketball teams. I was impressed with Duke. I thought they played really well. And then the Arizona game, Houston was ahead early, but Arizona just played really well down the stretch and won that game by 7 points. And then we'll talk about that a little bit, and then we'll talk about a couple of upsets that happened also on Saturday. Jay, did you get to check in that out on the weekend?
I caught bits and pieces of it. One thing I thought was interesting was the Duke win over Michigan. We all know how Michigan was extremely dominant coming into this. Now I think they're in 3rd place, but the record is still the same. So I imagine that will change as it goes along. But man, what an incredible win! I think Duke now is 23-8, if I'm not mistaken, versus Michigan, and they're 7-0 on neutral courts. And Michigan hasn't beaten Duke since December 6th of 2009. So that's a big time Duke win. I mean, they just continuing their dominance over Michigan, and that's a big thing to say considering how Michigan has been playing this season alone.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Did you get to check out any of the Houston-Arizona game, Jeff?
Man, I caught a little bit of it and I got depressed. Houston, the thing about Houston is Kelvin Sampson has always had a very good disciplined team. They've always been really good on defense. They've been pretty good on their shot selection, things like that. And the one thing against Arizona, the one thing that against Kansas that both stuck out to me was the foul trouble. I think in Kansas, they had 14 fouls. I think against Arizona, they had like 24, 25 fouls. And that's not a typical Houston-led Southern-led team. I thought the 3-pointers, they were trying to force it too much. I think they were 21% against Kansas, and I think they were like 25%, I think, against Arizona. And when you're shooting that low, when you're shooting less than 30%, Tony, and you're committing to kind of the fouls that they're doing, even though their defense did hold Kansas to a certain point total, it's just the fact that they were trying to live and die in that 3-point line. And when it's not working for you, you got to go to that 2-point and try to get the easier buckets. And they just weren't doing that. And I think ultimately that hurt them. That and the foul trouble really hurt them, So it happens. I think, we're going to make it to the playoffs. We're going to be a March Madness. And Kelvin Sampson's really got to get this team back and refocused and playing good disciplined basketball if we're going to have a good shot at when we get to March Madness.
Yeah, I agree. Chris, you got any takes on those couple games?
Yeah, I didn't see much of either one. I saw a little bit of the Duke Michigan, just because it was during break and caught a little bit of it. Michigan just got dominated on the boards. Duke out rebounded them by like 12, 13 rebounds. That was the difference in the game. Plus, neither team shot very good at the free throw lines. Both teams, if they're going to make a deep run return, they're going to have to shoot better than 70% from the free throw line. Neither team shot very good from the free throw line, so they're going to have to improve that. But Michigan shot the ball poorly from 3-point range, 24%, and then got out rebounded by like 13. You're not going to beat a good team getting out rebounded by that many.
No, not at all. Glenn, you got a take on these games?
I got a small take. Obviously I was in Atlanta watching.
Not a big take, just a small one.
A small one. I feel like out of these 4 teams, 2 of them will be in the Final Four, and I do feel like we will see Michigan and Duke again some point during March Madness. So I feel like those 2 teams are on the collision course to meet up again in about 3 to 4 weeks.
What's interesting is that the last time Houston dropped 3 in a row was all the way back to December of 2017, I believe, or January of 2017 was the last time we dropped 3 in a row. So I think they'll get it fixed. I think Duke's going to get it. Is going to continue. I think Michigan. All these teams are going to be good going into this, right? UConn. I think UConn is going to be really good also in this March Madness.
Yeah, I agree, guys. Let's look at the new rankings that just came out. Duke's at number 1, 25-2. Arizona's number 2, 25-2. Michigan's fell to number 3 because they were number 1. They're 25-2. Number 4 is Iowa State, 23-4. We have Houston, number 5, 23-5. Like I said, they've had some losses of late, but they're still a very good team. Number 6, UConn, 25-3. Number 7, Florida, 21-6. That's a team that struggled earlier in the year, but it was really coming on. So watch out for Florida. Number 8, Purdue, 22-5. Don't go sleep on Purdue, man. They play in a very tough division, and they only still have 5 losses. I mean, that's not bad with the Big Ten. Gonzaga's got back into things. I think one reason they're not quite as high as others, they don't play the schedule, but they're 27-2. Gonzaga is. They lost to Michigan earlier in the year by like 40 points, so that may have hurt them a little bit too. And number 10 is Illinois, 22-6. So, I mean, and there's probably another 6 or 7 teams that I think would have a legitimate shot to win a championship. I think it's going to be one of these teams that's in the top 7 or 8 that's going to win it. But I mean, there are some teams that you just never know. There's some college basketball is pretty evened up right now. A lot of good teams. I'm gonna stick with my pick. Start of the season, I said Michigan's going to win it. I'm gonna stick with it. But a lot of good teams in college basketball. You guys got
I do think Florida is a big time mover, and we know what Florida did last year, right? So I mean, that program is really taking a step forward. And also look at Tennessee and look at BYU. And look at Alabama. Alabama moved up 8 spots. So there are some teams that are making some moves. Texas Tech, obviously, I think is going to obviously take a step back because of the injury that they had. So there's definitely some movers at the bottom part of the rankings that I think are going to climb up in there if they keep going at the momentum that they're going in.
I know. I was going to say, I know Jay knows about Florida because he lost to them firsthand.
Yeah, sure do. Sure do. That still hurts. I mean, it does. It still hurts.
I can imagine. I've known that 3 times over. So go ahead. So.
I didn't see Indiana in here. Does anybody know Indiana's at?
Nope. I think we've lost. I think we've lost 9 times. Hey, we do not suck. We had nobody on our damn team 3 months ago.
I didn't think it's crazy to me how like you guys used to be known as a basketball team. That's just or not. But I think it's interesting how the tide has turned, and now you're kind of more of a football team, university now, and basketball kind of took a back seat a little bit.
Just haven't been able. We get a coach come in, have a decent season, and then it just falls off from there. We haven't be consistent at all. Chris, what was you going to say?
I was just going to say, I know these rankings really don't mean nothing, but I don't see why they moved Arizona in front of Michigan. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
the only reason why I say we suck totally is just because
Michigan was the number 1 team. You lose to Duke, and I understand move down to 2, but I want to move Arizona above them.
Oh, I'm a little surprised that UConn didn't move in front of Houston. Not against Houston, but Houston's lost 3 in a row. But they've lost to good teteams. Ain't like they lost to slouches. But Connecticut's only lost 3 times. So I was a little surprised with that. But like you said, it ain't a big deal.
These rankings really don't mean much.
Like I said, once you start that tournament, we're all at 0-0. Let's go.
Yep, you're right, 100%.
Yeah, then you have a team called UMBC Golden Retrievers beating Virginia and shit.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I watched IU and Purdue Friday night, and that was a fucking massacre. God.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't show up.
Purdue couldn't miss a fucking shot, and IU couldn't hit a shot.
Yeah. Compared to who's in front of us, that's why I say we suck.
That was bad. We lost, what was it? Almost by 30.
Yeah, we beat them earlier in the year.
Yeah, we beat them earlier. Not that night. They were hitting everything.
It happens. Let's talk a little NBA real quick. Not a whole lot on the NBA. They just started back up last Thursday, and we'll just talk about the top 5 teams in each division.
Hey, real quick, that's one more thing that I thought was pretty cool, and I apologize. I did want to say one more thing. This is the first time since February of 2025 that the number 1 seed team and the number 2 seed team lost on the same day. That's how long it's been since that's happened. That's
Well,
crazy.
I mean, we had the top 4 teams play each other, so that was pretty interesting for this late in the
Yeah.
year. Interesting that happened. Yeah.
That's all I had.
Good. Let's look at the NBA East, guys. Detroit's still heading things up, 42-14 for first in division. Boston, 37-19. The Knicks gaining ground, guys. They've won 37 games. They've lost 21. So the Knicks looking like they may catch Boston there. Cleveland's 36-22. They've been playing pretty well. And Toronto's in the 5th spot, 34-23. Let's take a look at the West. Oklahoma's 44-14. Spurs are coming up pretty fast, guys, 41-16. Then we have Houston in third, 35-21. Denver in 4th. So Houston's moving in front of Denver. Denver's 36-22. So they're right there. And the Lakers are 34-22. They're in the 5th spot. So things are starting to tighten up a little bit more. What we got left, guys, is roughly about
This is what it's
30,
82 games
34,
in the
34.
season, right?
Yeah, probably around 35, 36 games left. So should be
Yeah.
interesting. Like I said, the Knicks are trying to catch Boston. Spurs trying to catch Oklahoma. Here comes Houston too, and Denver's right behind them. And the Lakers not playing bad, 34-22. So, Chris, your thoughts on the NBA in the East and the West right now?
Well, in the East, like you said, the Knicks are right there, but so are the Cavs. Knicks and Cavs have identical records now. Both of them are 37-22.
Okay, counting today. Yeah,
yeah,
I
so,
didn't
they're only
count the nights.
yeah. So they're both of them are a game and a half back of Boston.
Coming fast.
And I mean, and Boston's only 5 games behind the Pistons, so it ain't like the Pistons are running away with it.
No.
Right now, Pistons lost I think it was last night or the night before to San Antonio. Just, I mean, there ain't not there's anything wrong with that. San Antonio is a good team, but they lost that game. But Pistons are 8-2 over their last 10. Celtics are 8-2 over their last 10. The Cavs are 8-2 over the last 10. Knicks are 6-4. So I mean, all them teams in the top 4 right here have been playing pretty good basketball. And then you got the Raptors after that, but they're a few games out. So right now in the East, it's really between those 4 teams right now for that top 4. But see if the Raptors can get themselves back in it. But they're about 4. They're about 5 games behind the Celtics for the 2nd spot.
Yeah. What do you think about the West?
West. I mean, Spurs are hanging in there trying to catch the Thunder, but I think the Thunder are going to. I think they're going to be able to weather the storm with the injuries, and I think they're going to end up holding on to that number 1 spot. But the Spurs are going to. Looks like they're going to make it interesting until the end of the season. Instead of like last year, we knew who the number 1 seed was pretty early. This year, it looks like that number 1 seed could be decided a lot later. Rockets 6-4 over their last 10, like you said, moved up into that 3rd spot. Nuggets are only 4-6 over their last 10, but some of that's because of injuries. Once they get healthy, I look for them to start playing a little bit better. But Lakers, I don't think. I mean, really, after you get past them top 4, there isn't really any other teams I think are really going to compete.
Yeah, I don't either. I really probably both. I don't think Toronto's got quite enough either in the East to really compete for a championship. Big Lynn, your thoughts?
2 things that stand out to me on the Eastern Conference side is the Celtics. They've got their shit figured out. Whether or not they can catch Detroit is a whole nother topic we can talk about on another day. Then obviously Cleveland catching back up in that number 4 spot with the New York Knicks. But as far as Toronto is concerned, I think I mentioned this already in the previous episode. We talked about this. I think Toronto will win the 1st round series, but I don't think they'll go farther than that. On the Western Conference side, I think San Antonio can catch Oklahoma City and take over the number 1 spot because they got the formula to beat Oklahoma City if it came down to a 7-game playoff series. But outside of maybe Houston, four on back, I reckon care less because I feel like the West is going to come down to Houston, San Antonio, or Oklahoma City.
Could be. Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll start with the East. Obviously Detroit is still doing very well. I mean, nobody really in the East is just going on big time runs. I do think Boston's on a 3-game win streak, so they're actually catching a little bit of fire right now. New York, I think they just lost a game, and I think they're tied with Cleveland. They're like you said, they're a game and a half back up Boston. I think Boston can hold them off. I think probably that East where they are right now, 1 through 8. I think that's pretty much, in my mind, that 1 through 8 is a pretty solid 1 through 8. I think Atlanta and Charlotte might try to make something out of the play-in, but I think that 1 through 8 is a pretty solid 1 through 8 in the East. I don't really think the East compared to the West is as dominant. I just don't. I think if Boston had Tatum, a fully healthy Tatum, then Boston could make a case, for that. But right now, I think this is still Detroit's league right now. And they're playing good basketball. When I look at the West, I look at OKC, I look at San Antonio, and yeah, San Antonio's on a 9-game win streak. They definitely are on fire, no doubt about it. And they have a great team. There's no doubt about that. OKC, even if they catch OKC, I don't think it really matters because OKC, SGA, and Jalen Williams are still out. So they're just kind of, flying by whatever they have. So I don't know how much confidence I put that San Antonio is better than OKC or can catch them or better or anything like that because OKC doesn't have 2 of their best players playing right now. So I kind of weigh that with a grain of salt. Denver, yeah, man. I mean, Houston, they beat their last 2 games. I think one was the Jazz, and I forget the other one they beat before that. But smaller market teams, not a big deal. But I think Houston is still playing pretty well. I think Houston, Denver, they may flip-flop between that 3rd and 4th spot, but I really think 1 through 4 is set. I don't think the Lakers, Minnesota, Phoenix, Golden State, any of these other teams are going to get in that top 4. So I think that top 4, however you want to crack the 3 and 4 spot, I think 1 and 2 are pretty much solidified. I think 3 and 4 could flip. I'd be okay if they flip because regardless, if the playoffs ended today, I'm probably going to play the Lakers or Minnesota. And either one of those 2 teams, I feel pretty good about my chances going up against them. So from a matchup standpoint, I feel like whether I'm in 3 or 4, I think that's where I want the Rockets to be. Great 1 and 2 would be great too, but 3 and 4, I'm okay with that going into the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. But right now, I do think the Rockets are playing good basketball. Yeah. Would have been nice if they could have got a point guard though.
Yeah, guys. I think the Spurs are as good as anybody. I really do. I think what's going to maybe hold them back is going to be experience, playoff experience. I think, I think the Spurs have played Oklahoma as good as anybody this year. I think they beat them 3 or 4 times. So I think the Spurs can definitely beat Oklahoma. But when you get in playoff basketball, it's different. So, but I think the Spurs are as good as Oklahoma. I really do.
Absolutely.
I think they're a tough matchup for them. But again, that playoff experience and sometimes injuries. I mean, I don't think it's a good thing, but one thing that these guys are getting, they're getting a little bit extra rest. I mean, I know they're not 100%, but they'll get 100% before the playoffs, more than likely. And sometimes, they may have tired legs because, they played a lot of basketball last year and won that championship. So sometimes a little extra time off don't hurt you sometimes. So we'll see how that plays out, guys. Got the NBA top 10 best defensive players in NBA history. We'll let Jay go first, Chris go second, and Glenn go third. Jay, who you got?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this all day, man. There's so many good defensive guys out there, man. You could make a case for Russ Olajuwon. I'm going to say, so this is top 10. I'm going to say probably the number 1 spot, if I'm thinking in my mind, maybe Dennis Rodman. The way that guy can rebound is just ridiculous. The defensive boards. But I'm also torn between him and Scottie Pippen because Scottie Pippen was on at least 10 or 11 all-defensive teams. He's always been known for his defense. But I'm going to roll with Dennis Rodman, even though I know it's probably not number 1.
Dennis Rodman is number 3.
Okay.
Chris?
I'm going to go with the glove, Gary Payton.
He is number 6. Big Glenn.
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest is not on the list.
I hate this list already.
Jay.
Hey, is he on
Man.
there under his other name?
Nope.
Okay, I was just making
I
sure.
Hey, I figured Tony would let me know if he was.
I didn't know if he was on there as
Damn.
World Meta Peace or not.
No, I met a world peace. I remember those days. I'm gonna go with Bill Russell, man. Come on, let's go back to the old Celtics straight. Bill's got to be on that damn thing.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Chris.
Michael Jordan.
Number 5.
Walt Chamberlain.
Glenn, he's not on the list. Glenn's on a hot streak, man.
He is so held bound on Wilt the Steel, and he's a good defensive player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he was.
Look,
He was.
I'm gonna go with my boy Hakeem Olajuwon. He did get Defensive Player of the Year the same time he got Finals MVP and regular season MVP. First time anybody's ever done that in NBA history. So I'm gonna go with my boy Hakeem. I think he's probably around 5 or 6. Well, you already said 5, so I think he's about 6.
Number 2. Hakeem, number 2.
He did better than I thought. Okay.
Chris.
I'm gonna go Larry Bird.
Yeah, Bird was a good one.
Larry Bird, not on the list.
Not on the list.
Big Glenn.
Damn, he
Scottie
was
Pippen.
Defensive Player of the Year a few years, and like, damn.
Scottie Pippen, number 4. Glenn's
Yeah.
on the board. Okay, Jay.
Glenn, you
You
can
got
thank me
four
for the
spots.
Pippen
Four-
win, though. I gave
Four
Glenn the Pippen win. You owe me $10 for the Pippen win, Glenn. I'll take it out of your pay. Don't worry about
I don't owe you shit.
Four spots left.
it. I gotta imagine Ben Wallace is on there.
Yes, number 8. Jay's on fire,
Um,
man.
Man,
Chris?
I know them peoples.
I'm gonna say Draymond Green.
Not on the list. Big Glenn.
Tim Duncan.
Glenn's making a comeback. Number 10. Okay, Jay. 2 spots left. Number 7 and number 9.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. He's not gonna be on this list, but Vernon Maxwell, Mad Max, should be on there, but he's not. I'm gonna tell you that he's not on the list. But Vernon Maxwell was probably one of the best guys that could actually defend Jordan. But too many people can defend Jordan, but Vernon Max.
I will tell you, all these 10 guys that's on the list, I think for the most part, is pretty deserving. But there's a lot of other good defensive
Oh,
players.
yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
saying- But these other guys are pretty good too.
I'm gonna roll with Kevin Garnett. I was just saying Mad Max should be on there, but he's not. My official answer is Kevin Garnett.
Oh, I thought.
No,
Vernon
I
Maxwell
was
yeah.
just. I had just said he should be on the list, but he's not.
Vernon
That's why I
Maxwell
was just saying, like,
is your pick.
yeah, no, you want to say with that? Come on, you know what I was saying.
What the
No,
hell?
my official answer is Kevin Garnett.
Okay, he's number 9.
Gonzo knew what I was saying.
Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, Chris. One left. Number 7.
Oh, I know who I'm going with next.
I'm gonna go with Joe Dumars.
Not on the list. Big Glenn.
David Robinson.
Not on the list.
I don't know why y'all don't know the finger wag. He was a Houston Rocket, Dikembe Mutombo.
But Jay kicked your guys' ass today, man. He was number 7, Matumbo. Jay waxed you guys. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, I know that Vernon Maxwell, Kevin Garnett one. I have to question that.
Yeah, he did. That's bullshit.
No,
I
I
knew it.
was just saying, like, he would never be on that list, right? Because he's underrated. He would never be on that list. But honestly, the guy who could guard, and even Jordan has said it before, that the guy that he hated to go up against was Vernon Maxwell, because Mad Max was a pest, and he would steal the ball away from Jordan a couple of times.
Chris, anybody you think's missing on that list that you should go on there? And if there is, who would you take off?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Draymond Green will have a chance to be on there by the time he finishes his career. Because
I thought the list was pretty good, though.
yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid list, though. But yeah, most of the people that you would think would be on there was on there. So I really can't complain about it too much.
I'm probably
Yeah,
putting in Artest over Matumbo.
That's because you
really.
don't know
Yeah,
anything. It's not your
the way
fault.
the way Artest would get in people's heads and shit. You know, the way he would lock down guys.
Artest was a hell of a
Yeah.
defender.
No,
He
he
was a
was a
good
great
defensive player,
defender.
no doubt. But man, I don't know if you could put him. I don't know, man. All those guys on that list, it's hard to put
Yeah,
anybody over him. But I agree. Artest was one hell of a defensive player.
I'm surprised. I kind of thought maybe Shaq might be on there. Just with the way he could defend the low post.
Well,
But-
I'd have put Wilt on. I'd have put Wilt in front of Shaq.
Oh yeah, I would too.
In my opinion.
Wilt was a hell of a good player, man. Damn. I mean, you're not gonna go wrong with Wilt the Stilt. That's interesting.
What about you, Jay? Anybody you would put on there and take somebody off?
No, I think that list was pretty good. I mean, you had a lot of your defensive player of the years and defensive teams on there.
No,
I don't have a
not
problem with
very
the
many.
list. Honestly, I don't. I mean, honestly, I've always known that Olajuwon was a good defender. I was surprised that they had him at number 2 because I always felt like Olajuwon didn't get the respect that he should have gotten, and so I was kind of interested to see them have him at number 2. I thought he might have been, like I said earlier, I thought he might have been around 6 or 7. That generally is where they kind of put Olajuwon in a lot of these statistical categories.
Yeah.
So I was interested to see them put him at number 2. That was interesting to me. Now he is the blocks leader. I mean, he has the most blocks that I know of, at least I think, unless somebody was overtaking it.
Yeah, a lot of big guys I know it's because Russell, Olajuwon, Rodman, Duncan, Mutombo, Wallace, Garnett. So a lot of big guys. On the list.
Olajuwon gets overlooked because he played in 2 eras. One was the Michael Jordan wins everything, then but just before that, the Lakers and the Celtics dynasties.
Yeah, he kind of rode that line between. You're right. He kind of because the first championship they ever went up against was '86 against the Celtics. That's back when they had Ralph Sampson.
Twin Towers.
Yep.
I think that could have been one hell of a team if they could have kept Ralph healthy, and if he could have kept those feet healthy. I think that would have been a really, really good defensive team over the long haul. They just couldn't keep him healthy. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I always liked Ralph Sampson too.
I don't know what it's about feet. I don't know it's about feet because Yao Ming also had feet problems, and at these big guys, they always have feet problems, it seems.
I tell you why, Yao Ming, I think that dude was cooked up in the Chinese lab or some shit,
I'll tell you, a big guy that I really liked, and you don't hear much about him anymore, Bob Lanier.
Bob Lanier?
Yeah.
He was really good, and he kind of gets forgotten because there's a lot of good big guys.
Another guy that was good that his career got shortened because of feet problems was Rick Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was struggling that last year he was with us. So
yeah, his feet started really killing him. Yeah, he was one of the first big men that would shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Him and Bill Lambier.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah, he was a tough dude. Robert Parrish was another really good big man that I think is underrated because Parrish was good for Boston. He really
I got a funny Lambier story I need to tell you guys on there. I don't think I've ever got to tell a chance to tell Tony or Gonzo, even though I've known them for as long as I have. So Bill had was coaching the Vegas Aces before Becky Hammond took over, and this is my first 3 years as a season ticket member. Well, I'm thinking about trolling Bill one time. He's here in Indy because I had lower level seats. I had my buddy give me a Larry Bird jersey to wear. Say, hey Bill, can you sign this?
Oh, that's messed up.
Oh,
you're lucky Bill didn't punch you. Bill's not exactly the nicest
I didn't.
guy.
I chose not to do it out of respect.
Yeah, I bet. You didn't want to see that big hand come to give you a nice little slap.
I did say, what's up?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I did say, what's up, Bill? And he kind of gave me that mean look and a fist bump, So I was like, I'm happy I didn't do it.
I'm gonna clarify this. I'm joking, but Glenn was perfectly normal before he said that. That's why he's handicapped now. Lambert knocked shit out. Lambert knocked shit out of him.
Clothesline my ass.
Yeah, could you imagine Bill Lambier and Glenn going it at the slap off?
Slap off.
No, don't
Go
give it
slap
slap
off.
It's
Go to the jack off next. Huh?
yeah.
Oh, Lord.
No, I ain't doing all that.
Okay, guys. Just to promote tomorrow's show, a hot seat with OG Tony and the gang. I've got 8 questions, hot seat questions, and then we've got our top 10 list. Get your thinking caps on. Top 10 ice cream flavors. So that's tomorrow, guys. So be thinking about that. And there's
I'll
one
take a
flavor on there I wouldn't eat if you paid me, but we'll go over that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not a fan of ice cream.
Tomorrow at 4:00 Eastern, 3:00 Central, we'll be talking. Me and Celeste are going to talk about Delta. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Delta Circle and things they got going on. And maybe, I know Delta Circle does have a gig tomorrow, but I'm thinking that they might pop in for about 5 or 6 minutes to discuss their new single. So be tuned for that.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, big show tomorrow. So guys, you got anything before we get out of here?
Nah, if you try to troll Blue Bear, don't do it.
Don't do it. You end up like Glenn.
No, I didn't do it. I chose not
I
to do it.
I know. I'm just jacking with it.
Oh, I know.
And just remember, Glenn, it's called a chop, not a slap.
I would hope you would get that right. You know,
that is the wrestling terminology of the day.
It only took about 4 years.
Yeah.
What you trying to say?
Somebody slow.
Damn. Yeah. Like we didn't know that already.
You asked the question, I just answered it.
I know. Sometimes things are rhetorical, Tony.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Sometimes they're just rhetorical.
I'm Mexican. I don't understand English.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm white.
Don't speak English. You know.
Don't speak English. Don't you say that too loud. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Yeah, especially
we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Have a good night.